Hi, welcome to Cooking with Kara. Today we're going to make some donuts out of canned biscuits. So you'll need a can of biscuits, some powdered sugar, and some cooking oil. All right, let's get started. We're going to turn on our pot. So you'll need a deep dish pot so that you can put your cooking oil down. We're not going to use a whole lot of oil, but we are going to use some. Once again, cooking with grease is always take precaution, because if it gets really hot, it will burn. On this, that may not be enough because I have a pretty big pot. We're going to use, I would say, about 3/4 of the bottle. All right, so we're gonna let that heat up. I have it, right now I have it on high. Okay, so while that's heating up, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your can of biscuits, and your plate. And you're going to take your biscuits, you're going to poke a hole in them, kind of swirl them around, and make them look like little donut rings. I have a 10 count thing of donuts. You can buy smaller donut. I think these are probably the smallest biscuit you can buy, but you can buy larger biscuits if you want to. And kind of get those holes out. Kind of tore that one. If you do that, you can kind of squish it back together. It's a little bit, it's dough, so you can kind of spread those apart. Today I am using gloves because I am cooking for my coworkers, so I didn't want to handle the food. You can kind of start hearing the grease crack a little bit, crackle pop. You want it hot enough. Okay, so I think our grease isn't exactly ready, but it is definitely hot enough. You see how the dough sizzles? You actually want it a little bit hotter than that, but for some reason this stovetop does not get that hot. So we're gonna say that that's hot enough, and it's gonna take a little bit longer for our donuts to cook than what I originally wanted, but it'll be okay. So we're just gonna put our donuts in there. The center of the pot is definitely the hottest part of it. Don't want them to stick to the bottom. You want them to float. But since our grease isn't as hot as it should be, that's the reason why they're going to the bottom. And you just want to turn them so that they brown equally on both sides. Now it's pretty. When they get done, you're going to lay them on your paper plate or a paper towel to let the grease drain. But you still want them to be hot when you dip them in the powdered sugar. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our powdered sugar, put it on a plate. And press our donut into it all the way around and set it aside. A little bit like a funnel cake also, and kind of have that funnel cake fluff. And especially with the powdered sugar on them, they definitely have a funnel cake flavor. Okay, so we're going to continue dipping our donuts in the powdered sugar. If you were to add a little bit of milk and butter to the powdered sugar and then dipped your donuts in that, it would form like a little bit of a glaze and it would stick better, but I think we're going to be okay with this. There's our donuts. So I'll take them to my coworkers and see how they turn out. Hope you try it. Let me know if you like it. And see you next week on Cooking with Kara.